Before we begin, take a moment and breathe. If this title pulled you in, it's not an accident. You didn't stumble here by chance. Something in your spirit recognized this message. Something inside you whispered, "Stay, listen. This is for you, and yes, this message is for you." What you're about to hear carries weight, carries truth, and carries the voice of heaven guiding your steps. My child, open your heart, still your thoughts. Let every distraction fall away, because heaven is speaking directly to you, and what I am about to reveal will touch a place inside you that you've tried to keep buried for far too long. Listen carefully. You have carried worries that no one sees. You have held silent fears about your family, especially about your son, fears you never dared to say aloud, whispers that visited your heart in moments of quiet. You tried to shake them off, but they lingered. You tried to be strong, but the weight grew heavier. And now, heaven says, be careful, be attentive. Do not take these next words lightly. There is something unfolding around your son, something deep and unseen, something that has brushed against your spirit like a cold wind you couldn't explain. You felt it. You sensed it. You knew something was shifting, even when you couldn't put it into words. My child, the reason you are here right now is because heaven does not want you to walk blindly through this moment. Something is being revealed, something important, something you must be prepared for. You see, what you feel is not just imagination. It is not anxiety. It is not overthinking. It is the whisper of the divine trying to awaken you. Your son has been carrying a weight, a battle, a secret, something he didn't want to burden you with, something he believed he had to face alone. But hear me clearly. No battle your child faces is invisible to heaven. I have seen every tear he hid. I have heard every silent cry he swallowed so you wouldn't see him break. I have watched every moment he stood on the edge of giving up, too afraid to ask for help, too afraid to disappoint you. My child, this is why the title said, be careful, because this revelation is not small, it is not ordinary. And yes, it may make you cry, but not to break you, to prepare you. Heaven is lifting the veil from your eyes. The truth that has been brewing in silence is coming to the surface. There were moments when your son wanted to open his heart to you, moments where he almost spoke, but fear clenched his voice. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of losing your love. Because in his mind, what he carries is too heavy, too complicated, too shameful, too painful. But heaven says, your love will not break. Your heart will not fail. You were chosen for this moment. You have wondered many times why your connection with him felt strained. Why there were days he seemed distant, disconnected, lost in thoughts too heavy for his young heart. You noticed the silence behind his eyes. You saw the sorrow in his smile. You felt the emptiness he tried to hide. You brushed it off, telling yourself it was just stress, just growing pains, just a phase. But you knew something deeper was happening. And that knowing was not human intuition. It was divine prompting. Now heaven is opening the door you tried to ignore. And what comes through that door may shake you, but it will also free you. My child, listen. Your son is walking into a moment of truth. A moment where everything hidden will surface. A moment where silence will break and what he never spoke will be revealed. It may hurt, it may sting, it may break your heart for a moment, but hear me, this revelation is not coming to destroy your family, it is coming to heal it. For too long, darkness has tried to isolate him. For too long, fear has tried to silence him. For too long, lies have whispered that he is alone. But heaven says he will not walk alone anymore. You will understand what you could not understand before. You will see what you were meant to see. And your love, your unconditional, unshakable love, will be what brings healing. But before the truth comes, you must strengthen your spirit. You must open your heart. You must prepare your emotions, because what is revealed will require compassion, patience, and wisdom. This message is not to alarm you. It is to equip you, to anchor you, to ready you. What comes next will shape the relationship between you and your son in a way that will echo for years. This is why heaven brought you here. This is why the title pulled you in. This is why your spirit wouldn't let you scroll away. My child, something is coming, and heaven wants you ready. My child, breathe deeply and receive this. What I am about to reveal will touch places in your heart that you've kept closed for far too long. You are stepping into a moment heaven prepared specifically for you. Before the pain, before the confusion, before the questions. This is not just a message. This is alignment. This is timing. This is divine intervention. Now listen closely. You have felt something shifting around your son, something that made your spirit uneasy, even when your mind tried to stay calm. You noticed it in the way he avoided certain conversations, in the way his laughter didn't reach his eyes anymore, in the way he grew quieter, distant, heavy, in a way a child should never be. You told yourself everything was fine. You tried to convince your heart that it was just life happening. But deep down you sensed something deeper, something spiritual, something emotional, something hidden. And heaven says, you were right to feel it. There are burdens your son has been holding silently. Burdens he believed were his alone to carry. Burdens he thought would break your heart if you ever knew. So he hid them, he buried them, he smiled through them. But silence, my child, can be heavier than truth, and his silence has been suffocating him. Your son has walked through battles you never saw. He has faced nights where he felt small, unprotected, misunderstood. He has encountered people who were not good for his spirit, voices that weakened him, moments that scarred him, choices he regrets deeply. Heaven has watched it all, and now heaven is saying, it is time for the truth to rise. But before the truth comes forward, you must understand the heart behind it. Your son never kept things from you out of rebellion, not out of disrespect, not because he didn't love you. No, he kept things from you because he loves you too much. He feared your disappointment. He feared your reaction. He feared losing the version of him you believed in. You raised him with love. You poured your heart into him. You sacrificed more than anyone knows, sacrifices he has not forgotten. And that is exactly why he stayed silent, not because he didn't trust you, but because he felt unworthy of the love you gave so freely. My child, hear me clearly, he has been hurting, not because of you, but because life placed him in battles he never knew how to fight. He tried to stand strong, but strength without support turns into exhaustion. He tried to hold everything together, but his heart grew heavier. He tried to be okay, but heaven heard the cracks forming inside him. You felt those cracks too, through the small changes no one else noticed, the distant look, the tired spirit, the forced smile, the long silences. None of that was random. Heaven was allowing you to sense the truth before it fully surfaced. Now listen, there is a moment coming soon where everything he buried will begin to push upward. A moment where the truth will come out, not through force, but through divine alignment. Something will trigger it. A conversation, a situation, a moment of breaking, a moment of vulnerability. When that moment comes, you must remember this message. You must remember that heaven prepared you. You must remember that his truth is not meant to destroy you. You must remember that love will be your greatest weapon. Because when the truth comes, it may sting, it may surprise you, it may break you for a moment, but my child, it will also free you, and it will free him. He has been carrying guilt you never placed on him, shame you never caused, fear that does not belong to him. And darkness has used these emotions to keep him distant from the one person whose love could heal him, you. But heaven says, the barrier will break, the silence will end, the truth will heal, not harm. Do not let fear take over you when the revelation unfolds. Do not let anger speak louder than love. Do not let confusion make you forget the purpose of this moment. Your son needs your strength now more than ever. Not your perfection, not your certainty, not your answers. He needs your heart, your patience, your arms, your unconditional love. Because no matter what he reveals, no matter what truth comes forth, remember this: he is still your child. He is still covered by heaven. He is still destined for greatness, and you are still the one chosen to guide him through this season. You were not chosen randomly. You were chosen because heaven saw your strength long before you saw your pain. You were chosen because you carry a heart capable of forgiveness, healing, and restoration. My child, prepare yourself. Something is about to shift. And though it may be emotional, it will lead to miracle-level healing. This is not the end of your son's story. It is the beginning of his transformation. My child, listen closely, because we are entering the deepest part of this revelation. What you are about to hear requires strength, tenderness, and a heart open to divine understanding. You have walked through the doorway of awareness. Now you are stepping into the room where truth breathes. Heaven is asking you to be still, to be patient, to hear every word not just with your ears, but with your spirit, because everything that is unfolding is connected to your purpose, your calling, and your assignment as a parent. Now hear this. Your son has been standing at a crossroads for longer than you realize. A quiet war has been raging inside him, a war between who he wants to be and what he fears he is becoming, a war between his truth and his silence, a war between his hope and his shame. He doesn't show it. He doesn't speak it. He has learned to mask it well, but heaven has seen everything behind the mask. There were nights he lay awake, staring at the ceiling, asking questions his heart was not ready to answer. There were moments he replayed choices in his mind, wishing he could rewind time. There were days he wanted to open up to you, to speak honestly, to lean on your love. But the words never came. Why? Because he feared breaking your heart. He feared disappointing the one person who always believed in him. He feared becoming a burden in a world that already feels too heavy. My child, hear heaven's voice. Your son is hurting. Not because of you, but because life weighed too heavily on his shoulders. He has been trying to protect you while he was the one in need of protection, trying to stay strong for you while his own strength was fading, trying to smile for you while his spirit was silently crying. But heaven says he cannot heal in silence anymore. The truth he carries has reached the point where it must be released, not to cause pain, but to create breakthrough. In the coming days, and hear this clearly, you will notice shifts in conversations, in his tone, in the way his emotions surface. Heaven is softening his heart. Heaven is preparing his spirit. Heaven is creating the moment where the truth will rise. And in that moment, he will not need judgment. He will not need correction. He will not need harsh words. He will need you. He will need the safety of your presence, the gentleness of your voice, the reassurance of your unconditional love. For too long he has carried fears that were never meant to belong to him. Fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear of losing your approval, fear of disappointing your expectations. But heaven wants you to understand something powerful. Your son's mistakes are not his identity. His struggles are not his destiny. His secrets are not his future. This is a moment of transformation, not destruction. A moment of clarity, not chaos. A moment of healing, not heartbreak. But it will feel emotional. It may shock you. It may shake you. It may stir old memories of things you feared and prayed away. Yet even in the shaking, heaven whispers, "Do not be afraid." This revelation is an answer to your prayers. You prayed for your son's protection. You prayed for his guidance. You prayed for clarity. You prayed for healing in your family. And now heaven is responding, not with comfort first, but with truth. Because truth is the doorway to healing. There are also people around your son. Some who helped him, some who misled him, some who spoke life into him, and some who spoke darkness around him. But heaven says, I am pulling every wrong influence away. I am exposing every hidden intention. I am tearing down every plan of the enemy. This is why you've sensed spiritual tension. This is why your heart felt heavy for no reason. This is why your spirit felt disturbed at random moments, because something was trying to attach itself to your son, a weight, a confusion, a pull toward the wrong path. But your prayers, your tears, your faith, they created a shield around him that darkness could not penetrate. And now heaven says, your son is coming back to truth, back to purpose, back to light. But his return begins with revelation. The truth must surface, the silence must break, the hidden must come into the open, not to shame him, but to save him when he finally opens up, when he finally speaks, when he finally allows himself to be honest. You must be his calm, you must be his anchor, you must be the love that steadies him when his truth shakes him. There will be a moment, a vulnerable, sacred moment, where he will look at you not as a parent, but as a safe place. In that moment, heaven asks you to respond, not from pain, but from purpose, not from shock, but from compassion, not from judgment, but from understanding. Because your reaction will write the next chapter of his healing. My child, hear this truth. Your son's revelation may break your heart for a moment, but it will heal both of your hearts for a lifetime. My child, now listen with the fullness of your heart. We have reached the final part of this message, the deepest part, the part heaven has been preparing you for since the very first word. Heaven says, the truth is not coming to break your family, it is coming to heal your family. The pain you feared, the tears you tried to avoid, the weight you felt but could not explain, all of it has been leading to a divine moment of restoration. Your son's truth, no matter how heavy it may feel, is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of breakthrough. It is a sign that heaven is intervening. It is a sign that generational patterns are being broken right now. But before the restoration begins, something sacred must take place. Release, forgiveness, redemption, and renewal. Your son is entering a moment where his heart will soften. He will feel the pull to confess, to open up, to be honest in a way he has not been in a long time. Heaven is working on him, gently, steadily, tirelessly, shifting his thoughts, stirring his spirit, awakening his conscience. And when he finally speaks, when his truth finally pours out, heaven says, do not look at him with the eyes of pain, look at him with the eyes of purpose. Because this truth is not about what went wrong, it is about what can now be made right. You must understand something powerful. Your son did not hide his struggles because he didn't love you. He hid them because he loved you too much. He didn't want you to carry his burdens. He didn't want you to feel guilt for what he faced. He didn't want to dim the light in your eyes. But heaven sees what he couldn't see. You are not just a parent. You are his spiritual covering. You are his safe haven. You are the heart God entrusted him to. And now, heaven is saying, the time has come for both hearts to heal. There are wounds inside him that your love will mend. There are wounds inside you that his honesty will soothe. There are bonds between you that truth will strengthen. This moment is not the fall of your family. It is the rebuilding of your family. But you must walk into this moment with grace in your hands and gentleness in your voice, because your reaction will shape his future more than his mistakes ever will. Remember this, truth may sting, but it does not destroy what heaven protects. Your son's truth is not a curse, it is a key that will unlock healing, break generational curses, dismantle spiritual barriers, and open doors to a new chapter for both of you. My child, listen. I see a moment in your near future, a quiet moment, a conversation that does not begin loudly but softly. Your son will approach you with hesitation in his voice, searching your eyes for safety. His hands may tremble, his heart may race, his words may falter. Not because he fears you, but because the truth he carries has been heavy for so long. And in that moment, heaven asks you to do one thing. Choose love. Choose it even if your heart feels shaken. Choose it even if your eyes fill with tears. Choose it even if the truth surprises you. Choose it because love heals what truth reveals. Let your first response be calm. Let your spirit be steady. Let your words be gentle. Because your son does not need perfect parents, he needs present ones. He needs understanding ones. He needs ones who see beyond mistakes and into destiny. Now hear heaven's promise. After the truth comes healing. After the tears comes peace. After the shaking comes restoration. The distance between you will shrink. Walls that silence built will crumble. Chains that fear locked around his heart will fall. Darkness that tried to claim him will flee. Heaven is rewriting your family's story. Your son will rise again, not in shame, but in strength. Not in guilt, but in grace. Not in fear, but in purpose. You will watch him grow. You will watch him heal. You will watch him transform into the person heaven always destined him to be. And you, my child, will be the anchor that guided him back to the light. Now hear this final message from heaven. Do not fear what is coming. Fear only creates shadows over blessings. Instead, prepare your heart, stand in truth, walk in love, and trust that heaven is leading this entire journey. This is not the end. This is the beginning. A new chapter, a healed bond, a restored family, a testimony rising from the ashes of silence. Your tears will not be wasted. Your prayers will not return empty. Your love will not fail. Heaven is embracing you. Heaven is protecting your son. Heaven is healing your home. My child, you are not alone. You never were, and you never will be. This is your moment of breakthrough. This is your son's moment of freedom, and this is your family's moment of divine restoration.